Hey, okay, so welcome to another video from interview questions. Right now, I had just solved this brackets question. Yeah, I tried to use an recursive approach, and yeah, that works. But I think usually it is better to uh, basically just use an stack. I haven't solved this question using a stack, so I'll try to do that right now. And the question it is, if we have brackets, we have a string input for just brackets, we need to check the right order or not for these brackets. Yeah, so let's start. I will this, okay. Let's start. So yeah, let's just create some things. Yeah, so I think we could start creating a dictionary. So maybe like open brackets. We want the open and the, yeah, maybe you could call it just brackets. And this is going to be a dictionary from character to um, actually character. And our dictionary, we will have all the brackets. So let's start with the opening one and closing one. And opening, closing one, and opening and closing one. Okay, here we got the brackets. So let's just create a set. Yeah, so opening brackets. Let's just say that is bracket dot keys. It could have a set. I think that could work. And let's closing brackets be a set from the values. Or we could just type those. That is not too much of a problem, but yeah, that should work. Okay, so we could print opening brackets and we should have our set. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, okay. So here you have our bracket. So basically the idea is to create a stack, and in the stack we're going to start to append the characters, and when we reach and closing bracket we should check if that corresponds to the last opening bracket. We could also have another dictionary trying to relate the closing with the opening, but I think it is not necessary. I don't think so. So yeah. Okay, so let's just create a function called valid brackets. Brackets. It will take one string, and we are going to return a boolean. Yeah, and we are going to create and stack. Let the stack be equal to, could be a string or a character stack. Maybe character string. I'm not sure. Okay, I think with characters works good, works fine. Okay, let's start the character array and let's just check. So we need brackets. There are two different approaches. We could assume that the string has only brackets, or it could have like another different characters, maybe letters or numbers, and those we could just ignore, and we could just keep what we want, that is the brackets. So yeah, I think those approaches are very similar, and that is not a problem. For now, let's just assume that everything is a bracket. So for character in our string, I will do this, so we don't need the label. And for that, let's just do this. If opening brackets contains, so if our character is one opening bracket, we are going to do this. We're going to stack dot append our character. Okay. Else, if closing brackets contains our character, if that is the case, we need to check that the last stack from in the stack, the last character matches with the closing bracket. So let's just take stack no last. I think that works. So maybe let pair equals to, okay, maybe let's just do it step by step. Maybe we could then implement it better. Let pair equals to brackets, and from the brackets we're going to take last. If that is not there, let's just return an empty string or any other character, maybe, I don't know, this or this, but whatever. And we have the last, we have the pair. So if pair matches with our character, so we have a matching opening and closing bracket, so that's good. So stack dot remove or drop last remove or drop one of those. Yeah. If not, else, that means we have not matching brackets, and we have a closing one. We have the opening one on the pair. So we are going to return false. And if we finish this loop, we should return a true because everything worked fine. Yeah. So we could try to check if this works. Valid brackets. Okay, maybe result. This and valid brackets. Just to do something like that and that and that maybe, and print result. Yeah, I'm not sure about this and this, the syntax, but let's just try it, and if not, let's just try to fix it. Okay, so stack it is a let constant. Yeah, every time. Error must be unwrapped. Must be unwrapped to a type character. Maybe if we do this. Maybe. Okay, character. If we make the last a character. Okay, yeah, so actually here, if you don't have a last one because maybe it is an empty string. Okay, let's just use the same character. If not, let's just say that there is a character. Okay, so we have our last will be the last character from that. It could be empty. Pair will be that, but maybe we could try to use another character, whatever. And yeah. So if opening brackets contains chart, let's just do this. So we drop. Okay, let me just try this for a second. So let bar stack and maybe we could have like a print b, then stack dot drop last, and then print stack. That works. No. So remove. Yeah, so it was removed. Yeah, okay, so that works fine. And like that, so we're going to remove it. Remove last. That works. No. There is a problem. Yeah, maybe let's just take the run to the end. I don't like that, but sometimes the problem it is, yeah, the problem is the order. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that works. And if we have this, let's just maybe create something like this. It is false. Okay. So yeah, we finished the problem. Yeah, that's so much easier actually, and it is simpler, so it is easier to fix if anything is wrong or any problem. Easier to maintain. So yeah, we have finished. We just use an stack, and that did the trick. Yeah, by the way, if we had something with letters and numbers, okay, maybe check. What if we have A and B and 2, 3 and wherever? Yeah, it is false. But if we delete this, we run it, and it is true. So yeah, so this approach actually works with every character. It just basically like filters all brackets, all that it is from here, and just ignore the other characters. And yeah, we could have some more restrictions if we wanted to, or if it is needed to. Also, yeah, we could try to implement this in some other way if it is necessary. We could have like some characters specific for the values when the optional are nil. Or yeah, maybe try to do it differently. But yeah, that works. Okay, so actually we have a little mistake. It is a logic mistake because yeah, if we finish this, that means that all the opening, no, that means that all the closing brackets actually has a pair opening. But it could be the case that we have some opening that never closes. For example, let's just do this. and this. And if we run it, it returns true, but it should be false. Yeah, so what happens it is that our stack at the end, it is not empty. And we should return an empty, we should result with an empty stack at the end. So at the end, we should return that stack it is empty. So in that case, when we run it, yeah, return false. But if we actually close these ones, so it returns true. Yeah. So the code as it is, it works good. But yeah, I like to basically having to separate blocks of code, just the run and the other stuff. And if we run like this in one compiler, it actually doesn't work. So one solution it is to create an struct or a class that encapsulates all of this, and our run code just call that. So yeah, let's just do that real quick so we could fix that, and our code it is a little more organized in that matter, but it could be a little more confusing. So that depends on how you want, or yeah, basically it's just a matter of opinions of what do you like the best. Okay, so let's just create an struct. We are going to call it solution, and our struct solution inside our struct we will have everything. So let's just put our variables, and let's just put our function. Okay, and do this, and actually let's do this so it is a little easier to read. And yeah, so we want this function to be able to call it. So let's just do it on static function, and result it will be solution dot other brackets. And well, actually it should be with an uppercase solution. Okay, that should work. Or maybe something with self. So no solution. Yeah, we could make this static. But that solves it. Yeah, we could make the variables static also. Or just call it with self. I think that could also work. Yeah, but okay, so yeah. So now we have our run code and everything it is inside our solution. And when we call this, actually this loads the whole code, the whole struct, even with these variables. So it depends of which code do you like the best.